Ugh.
Hello and welcome. I'm your host, William Liu. I'm joined by co-host Alex Wong, aka Stephen LeBron, who's doing a very terrifying hand wave, and joined by friend of the program, James Herbert, CBS Sports. What's going on, James?
What's happening? Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, this is the Goran Dragic apologizer.
Oh,
James heavily defended Goran Dragic, saying that he had higher ambitions. What else has James done to upset Raptors fans?
I
that's
think
a
he's
big
a
one.
Bruce Brown enthusiast too.
Oh yeah, defended Bruce Brown, who like never wanted to be in Toronto. Classic Toronto guy moving to New York behavior from James Herbert. Surprised you're not
Right.
wearing a Yankees hat today, James.
I do have a Sean Kilpatrick bobblehead, or not bobblehead, but like
Sean Kilpatrick.
This is
That's
like
a
Alex
retro
Levine.
who he played for, man.
yeah, this is
That's
like
Holy
your era.
crazy.
Yo, what?
DJ Sean Kilpatrick.
Yo. Wow.
That's
That's
wild.
Right here.
incredible.
This
How,
guy's
guy's
better
just
than
like
a
Vince
Yankees
Carter,
hat.
bro.
how has Sean Marks lived through this many eras, man? It's unbelievable.
This is true. And like
Oh,
kind of
man.
right back where he started. Although they do have a lot of draft picks now, so that part is different.
Yeah, they got Ben
They're about to
Serif.
trade all of them for 3 stars that don't work together.
Ben Serif, my favorite font, yeah, in Google Docs. Yeah, we're here today. Annual NBA awards predictions. You know, the NBA season is starting next week. I know there's a lot of excitement about the NBA. Is there really? And then we're gonna draft our most interesting players, and then, you know, James usually comes on and handles the who he play for segment, but we kind of took that from him earlier this week and already ran through the game, so had to flip the script. James is going to enter the octagon and play the inaugural edition of Who He Coached For.
That's right.
And yeah, would love some listener feedback on this too. I know listeners love the basketball reference game. They love who he play for. Is guessing coaches one step too far? Is it too boring?
We're about to find out today. I mean, you've got some deep cuts in that stretch. By the way, James, if you have any bonus who he play for us to throw at Alex, feel free because I have Jerome send you the list of the players that we already went through, so you don't double up on
no,
Kyle Anderson, which he knows.
I had to listen. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just that's interesting because I'm not prepared for this, but I'll see if I can think of a couple.
Oh man, thanks James for listening. One of many people making us at the top of the Apple charts here in Canada, #1 basketball podcast, ahead of the Zach Lowe show. You know, Zach, if you want to come on the show, we can help you. We can help you grow.
Oh my god.
We can help you grow.
Oh my goodness.
Mo
man.
Dakhil, you know, Rob Mahoney, whatever you need, man. Let us know. We're always happy to help in this little country of Canada. You know.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Adam Silver was on the show, so everybody's gotta pop in.
You know, I thought about that clip recently where Adam Silver dropped in on us randomly in Summer League after you said he was a random bald guy, which, you know, I suppose it's
It
not
was
wrong.
beautiful.
To be fair, I didn't have my glasses on, and Adam is like that prototype, like bald white guy you would like run into on base.
Bro,
Street
but
or
he's like
something.
he's like 6'4" at least.
Adam's
He's
not
like,
that tall, man. Is
He's
Adam
like a
that
tall, slender, like figure, like a silhouette figure.
Okay.
And then like I really regret not asking him on the spot. You know, do you know the "Get Ready to Learn Chinese, Buddy" meme? I would have loved to ask for his thoughts on that meme. Like, do you like being part of this meme?
He would have been like, "Yo, William, you know, we love expanding into different countries. You know, we have great relationships in China that was disrupted by
As you
Daryl
know,
Morey.
we're gonna send the Brooklyn Nets to Macau.
Yeah, you will not be seeing the Sixers there because of Daryl Morey. He can't not touch down on many of those islands, but we're very excited. Yeah, and the NBA is coming to Europe or something. And we're looking into Mexico City for some reason all the time.
Oh, the NBA's taking over the world, man. Come
NBA is
on.
always threatening to go to Mexico City like a little Sweet 16 teen or something. I'm going to Mexico City. Anyways.
I'm going to Roma, man. I'm going to
Anyways,
La Condesa.
off we go. I know you guys have prepared your award predictions, so you know you guys will make your picks, and then I have dark horse recommendations. So let's start with the most important award, second to the Twyman Stokes Teammate of the Year. MVP, James, as a guest, let's start with you. Who is your MVP pick for the 2025-26 NBA season?
Yeah, I went with Nikola Jokić, which is not exactly an outside the box pick or anything, but I think it speaks to how much I believe in the Nuggets this year. I came close to just picking a Nugget for virtually every award. I didn't do that in the end, but I really like how their team is constructed. And, like when in doubt, just pick the best player in the NBA. If you think that team is going to have a really good record, like I don't think the Nuggets are going to be the best team, but I don't think the gap is going to be as wide between OKC and Denver this year. And yeah, I think this will kind of like cement like his streak of just, he's in the running every year, but I could see the sort of pendulum shifting back to where he is the consensus pick. It was a really, really close race last year, but I think when you combine the fact that his stats are always just completely insane and historic with the fact that I think this Nuggets team is set up to be maybe the best team that he's ever had around him, it was kind of like I didn't have to think that hard about this one.
I think the thing with Jokić is like look, he's definitely the best player in the world. Like, it's hard to even argue for anyone else. Like, any given year, there's going to be someone close. Like, last year, obviously, Shai. And obviously, Shai took the MVP last year. But even then, it was close. And Shai's team won 67 games, The stats are always going to be in his favor. He's going to lead in league in touches. He's also the most productive player with those touches. So, it's, like, fully deserved. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, like, it's hard to make a case against Jokić. The one that I will make is, for me, I will continue to back Shai for this award. I just think that OKC should comfortably have like 10 more wins than Denver, and it's pretty rare to be the best player on the best team in a 60-plus win team context. As much as we like Jalen Williams, like, he's not close to the tier that Shai is in. I also think that they're on. This is like a little bit ambitious to say, but like Shai strikes me as the type of player that'll improve even more. Like, we've seen him consistently get better year over year. Last year, he really incorporated the pull-up three into his game, so he genuinely has no flaws. And yeah, I think that like it'll be pretty hard to sort of argue against that MVP case in terms of best player on the best team, and close enough to Jokić in terms of individual productivity that I think he can edge him out again this year.
Yeah, I think the big question about those two is just like, what's the narrative push? I think, Jokić has been pushed out of some of these MVPs just because like he's been handed too many sometimes, and this is what happens, and people kind of look for the other guy. I feel like Jokić has the narrative edge this year. Them getting rid of their coach, their general manager, kind of replenishing that roster with the depth, and them going out in the second round. And like, if Jokić comes out and the Nuggets are as expected, maybe, the top team in the West or battling with OKC, I feel like that gives them the edge over Shai, where like last year was kind of like a celebration of the Thunder. So like, I don't know, like the MVP conversation always gets like really tiring by like February, March and stuff, but I would say Jokić probably, is in a good position to win what would this be, his third or fourth MVP?
Fourth in 5 years.
Fourth.
Yeah, that's like ridiculous.
That's like LeBron level. That's what LeBron did basically.
But it's deserved.
Yeah.
Like, Jokić is that ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised, Will, you would take Shai. Like, back-to-back MVPs is tough, man. You got to be at like a crazy level.
I mean, the last Canadian to win back-to-back MVPs was also on 60-win teams that, was really also fun to watch. So
yeah, robbed Shaq of, a deserved MVP, I'm pretty sure.
Man, get
or
out
Kobe.
of here, man.
I don't know. Yeah.
I will say,
Kobe
like, when
really
I said
deserves
that,
to win the MVP for winning 45 games.
Oh,
with Chris
come on,
Middleton.
man. You
Get
got to
outta
speak
here,
of the
man.
dead like that, man. All right, P. Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah, James, what were you going to say?
No, when I said I think the gap will be smaller between the Nuggets and the Thunder, that's more because I think that the Nuggets are going to win a crap ton of games this year. Now, the Thunder could just go and win like 70 games. At which point,
It's actually with the possibility, yeah.
yeah, at which point my prediction is probably nullified and Shai probably takes home MVP because that just does not happen. But the Thunder are that good. I kind of don't think they're going to try to get to that number. But I mean, they're so deep that they could approach it without even really gunning for it. So we'll see. I mean, I do think the Thunder are still by some margin the best team in the NBA. I just think the Nuggets are close.
Yeah.
Right.
So my dark horse recommendation for MVP. How about Giannis? How about Giannis in Milwaukee? Okay.
Okay.
So we know the East is kind of weak. We know that Bucks roster is really weak. I think they have more Garys than they have like actual NBA players.
Do have a lot of Garys.
Yeah, they have a lot of Garys. Miles Turner, big free agent acquisition. Kyle Kuzma still there. Kevin Porter Jr. Still there as well. Wow, I might have to change my pick to Luka actually. But what if? Yeah, we know Giannis puts up ridiculous numbers.
Sure.
Like insane. Like what if he single-handedly drags the Bucks to like 45? I don't know, to like 48 wins, maybe approaching 50. Not out of the realm of possibility, honestly, in the East. I don't know, depending on how you feel about this Bucks team.
Okay.
And I feel like Giannis he's been on the fringe of that conversation, but like I feel like he could put himself back into the mix. And he's got all his brothers NBA deals or two-way deals, and I think that
well,
should
one of
factor
them's not
into it
even
as well.
there. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Oh, they're missing. Who are they
Imagine you're
missing?
Costas Antetokounmpo, man.
Oh,
You're like
man.
Thanasis is there, Giannis is there, Alex is there, bro. That's not fair.
Yeah, that sucks. My dark horse picks, I guess, would be a combination of Giannis. More realistically, I think Luka has a shot at this too. But the Lakers again have to be really good. And I don't think the Lakers are going to approach like if you've got Jokić on the Nuggets, you've got Shai on the Thunder. Like I think Luka will be like battling for like third in MVP. Whereas I don't know,
Okay.
Giannis is my little dark horse pick. Yeah.
Did you consider Wemby at all? That was the other guy I thought that'd be a fun pick.
I did think about Wemby, but I feel like it's like I don't know, maybe like a year too early or something. It depends. Like if they're like if they're really good as well. Like if Dylan Harper, if the NBA is really good, De'Aaron Fox comes back, from injury and stuff. I don't know. Are you that impressed by that Spurs roster though? I feel like they need more.
Well, but I think you can make the case, whether you're talking about Giannis or Wemby.
Yeah.
If you're saying you're not impressed with the supporting cast, depending on
Yeah,
how
that's
you
fair.
frame the argument, that could be good or
That's
bad.
fair.
Because you could say,
Right.
well, if they're a good team despite this, everybody's going to say, oh my God, how did he carry this team to the playoffs or the fifth seed or
Yeah.
what have you? Or you can look at the roster and say, well, this team's not going to matter because all these guys suck. And say, well, there's no way he's going to win MVP. So I think it just kind of depends how you look at it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
There is the argument that if you took Giannis off the Bucks, they might win like 15 games. Like if you
Yeah.
just look
Probably
at the
less.
rest of the roster. Like,
Yeah, probably.
I don't know,
less.
man.
They were so bad when he was
20
not on the
max.
court last year, and they had Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Now,
right.
now he's just gone. Like I understand, there's I am lower than consensus on the Bucks, I think, and part of it is
Yeah.
like, okay, I get it. Like if you want to argue Miles Turner is, he's younger, he's more mobile at this point. Like he's this like significant
Yes.
upgrade over Brook Lopez. Like I'll listen to that, but you just went from Damian Lillard to like KPJ, Ryan Rollins. Like these are guys that can be in an NBA rotation. Damian Lillard was an All-Star last year.
Yeah.
Like and that team was not particularly good. And when Giannis was on the court, they were below average. Like I just, if he
Yeah.
misses any significant time at all, like it's going to be really, really dark, really, really fast. And I think it's a heavy lift for him. He's going to have to play a lot of, it's going to be point Giannis kind of like functionally all year. And that's going to take a huge toll on him physically. I think he's going to have a big lift on defense as well. And that's just really tough.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
with you. By the way, just letting you guys know, Russell Westbrook just signed with the Sacramento
Breaking news.
Kings. In case
happened.
you want to insert him in any of these awards, as a last minute pick.
Sixth man of the year?
You're definitely
You into it?
allowed. Comeback
man.
player of the year. Do they have that?
No.
Yo, what are the Kings cooking over there, man?
The Kings are cooking up 33 wins, man.
It doesn't smell good, whatever it is.
It's the most chaotic 33-win team I can imagine, man. Like,
Yo, Vivek Ranadiaev needs to get suspended, man, or something. I don't know, man. Like, enough is enough. I think if owners should also get fired as well. Anyways, defensive player of the year, Depoy. I guess the whole discussion is just like, is it going to be anybody but Wemby?
yeah.
Because I know
Alex, did
you
also
both like
pick Wemby?
spoiler. No, but I'm the dark horse
Oh.
guy. I'm the dark horse guy today. But
Okay.
you guys both pick Wemby. Maybe make the case for could it be literally anyone else?
Wemby doesn't play 65 games or something.
Yeah,
That's
that was
kinda
last
it.
year, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully Wemby's fully healthy. He's trained all off season.
Yeah,
He looks to be
He trained with the
bigger,
Shaolin
stronger.
monks.
Yeah.
He trained with Matt Bonner. Didn't he train with KG as well?
KG,
Hakeem?
Hakeem.
Oh yeah, Hakeem as well. And he's like 7'7" now. Apparently, he
Yeah.
grew 2 inches.
I think there's a real chance he averages like 5 stocks. Like I think it's gonna be 3
Yeah.
blocks, 2 steals for him this year. Like if you get Wemby in fantasy, you might just have to win your league.
So this guy gonna be the Wolf of Wall Street this year.
No, I mean for real
We're
though.
on
Like,
quadruple double watch all year.
Is that out of the
Yeah.
question that he can average
It's-
5 stocks, which I don't even think has been done.
No, I don't think so.
Since,
Is
like,
this?
I don't know ever
Yeah,
really.
this might be the last year before Wemby just kind of just takes over the league fully, and like the Spurs are just like really good. I don't know. Like it feels like that era has to be coming, but.
He's
We'll see.
incredible. I mean, even if you just look at like preseason highlights and stuff, like you can see he's moving a little differently. They're using him a little differently on offense. But I mean, defensively, he was already the best defender in the NBA. The crazy thing is he still, I think, has some room to grow on that end, even as the best defender in the NBA. He is still young. I don't know. The case against him is just that he could miss some time. Maybe the Spurs don't have the best defense in the NBA. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it hard to kind of go into the season and pick somebody else. Like if I were forced to pick a dark horse, maybe I go with like Amen Thompson.
Yeah.
He's an incredible defender who can do everything and does not have the height that Wemby has to protect the rim, but he still does protect the rim while also being one of the best point of attack defenders in the NBA. Like you just don't see that. That's one guy that like if anybody else is in the conversation, I think he's an interesting name for maybe a couple of these awards. But yeah, I mean you kind of have to pick Wemby.
Yeah.
By the way, I just looked up Wemby's stats for the last 2 seasons. He was at 4.8 stocks in his rookie year, and then 4.9 last year. So 5 is not even any bold declaration. It's
Yeah,
just
you
like
might need
what
to
you
ra-
could what you could
You gotta
average.
raise that number. Yeah,
Maybe
you gotta raise
6.
that number, man.
6 would be kind of nuts. Yeah, he's led the league in blocks 2 years in a row, 3.6 and then 3.8. Like that's outrageous, man.
Yeah, my dark horse here is Anthony Davis of the Dallas Mavericks. James, make the case for me for Anthony Davis. Yeah, this is the laziest. This is the laziest podcasting ever.
Have you
Making a
seen
dark
Anthony Davis
horse-
in preseason yet? Anthony
Yes,
Davis looks a little
yes.
slower. Like I
Listen,
don't
he's
know,
working
man.
off that weight. You know, he's gonna play next to Derek Lively. You know, who knows? You know, if the Mavs are a surprise team in the West, you know, AD puts up some nice numbers. Here we go. Yeah,
And they
So-
could be the Rockets of last year where you just watch a Mavs game and you know it's going to be like ugly as sin, but they're going to win a lot of those games because they're just huge and they just muck everything up and AD is everywhere, just blowing stuff up defensively. Clearly he wants to play the 4, which is going to make for some like really funky lineups. You've already seen in the preseason, like last game, Cooper Flag started at point guard. They had like Clay and PJ Washington and AD and Lively, I believe was
I mean,
the
they got
rest
a lot
of
of
the
good
starting
players.
lineup. Like they have a bunch of dudes. Offensively, I don't think this team is going to be very good. Defensively, they could be amazing. And if like it's just a matter like of is AD healthy, and is he healthier than Wemby? I think that's kind of your case. Is like you're hoping that the old guy is going to be around more often than the young guy, and the Mavs are going to have this elite defense, and that's going to be like a story heading into the playoffs.
I kind of hope they take out the 65 games thing for awards. Like it's kind of like I don't know. Like Evan Mobley winning Defensive Player of the Year last year. It's like well, everyone was gonna vote Wemby until he went down. Like you know, Wemby did play 46 games. It's like people should have the right to choose whether that was more valuable than you know what someone did over a fully healthy season. But
Yeah, no, 65 is like way too arbitrary. Like you got to build in some factors, like you said, for like injuries and things like
isn't 65 like the 75% mark or?
Yeah, but I guess it was the
of
rule was
games?
built in to like I guess
80?
incentivize guys to like not rest during the regular season or
It
whatever,
was
right?
it was made for the players and the coaches. It was made to like make it so guys would think twice about like resting. It wasn't made for the media. Like we largely policed ourselves when it came to voting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think we're all capable of taking into account when somebody's out for a long time. Like a lot of the time you would see guys like, you know, LeBron or Steph or whoever, if they play only 60 games or something, they might make their team. Nobody's
Yeah.
just going to put them on first team despite the fact that they missed a ton of time. But that was a way to acknowledge that somebody is still a top 5 player in the league, and just not put them on that first team. And now that option isn't even available to us anymore, which I think is kind of silly. But again, the rule was not made for the voters. It was made for the players, and to some extent, like the teams that are trying to be cautious with guys when they're banged up.
Yeah. Up next, rookie of the year, the Roy. You guys both took Cooper Flag here. What do you think Cooper Flag's ceiling is for his rookie season? Because he's been balling out in preseason here.
Yeah. I mean, it is weird that he's on this Mavs team with a lot of other offensive weapons, not a lot of spacing. But AD playing the 4 too, like he just loves like dribbling the ball from the 3-point line and like not necessarily doing all that much with it. Like I actually don't necessarily like AD at the 4 anymore. Obviously he used to be fantastic at it, but no, I mean I think you got to go with Cooper. I think the rest of the rookie class, some of the other guys that just, I mean, Ace Bailey had a nice like preseason game where his offensive like repertoire was in full effect. I think that there's a chance where he might actually outscore Cooper just because he's going to get more of a green light on a team with much less talent. But that Utah team's going to probably win in the teens versus a Dallas team that probably should be around 500, if not slightly over. And then, yeah, Cooper's going to have all the other secondary skills where, his defense is going to be the best in the class. He's going to be, creating the most havoc defensively. He's going to be playing the most minutes. And there's also just a lot of investment in Cooper in terms of as a star. So, like, whenever you see a guy come in with this much hype, usually that player's going to win Rookie of the Year anyway. And again, it's not just hype. He deserves it too. But I just think, yeah, like with all things being said, I don't even necessarily see a strong secondary guy. Dylan Harper, number 2 pick, would be a strong contender.
Yeah.
But he's playing with De'Aaron Fox. So, you know what I mean? Like, how much is he going to be able to sort of, like, dominate his minutes to the point where it's like he's got better production than Coop? So, I think it's going to be Coop, man.
Yeah, same for you, right, James?
Yeah, I just love his game, man. Like, we'll see how efficient he is as a scorer in year one playing on this team that just has, like, some of the worst spacing in the NBA. I don't know how that's going to look. I do know it seems like they are going to give him the ball a ton and let him make plays, let him run pick and roll, let him initiate offense and kind of grow his game, which will probably be good for his box score numbers. And then the other stuff, I mean, when he is playing off the ball, when he is in transition, defensively, especially when he's off the ball defensively, I mean, he's constantly doing good things. He's constantly making plays that help you win. I think he's going to get all the minutes he can handle in Dallas. I think they have the potential to be a really elite defensive team, and he'll be a part of that story. He'll be a part of what makes them really good on that end. He's super switchable. He's super smart. He's just plays balls to the wall on every possession. I think we're all going to have a lot of fun just watching Cooper Flag play this year. I think we might hope the offensive environment was like a little different than what it is. But I mean, the other side of that is if he is really impressive on offense, like doing it in spite of that, like that itself is a really compelling story. I mean, I think the talent is there, that you could envision a world where he is in the running for an all-star spot as a rookie. I don't say that lightly. I don't say that often. I mean, I said that about Wemby, but
Totally
most
fair,
of the time, I'm not going to say that about a number 1 pick. But I think he is that talented. Like, he is a really, really complete player for a guy that's so damn young.
Yeah, I mean, I know Nico's gonna come up actually later in these awards, but man, if you look at Dallas, if you frame the trade as like they traded Luka to get AD, the number 1 overall pick, and Max Christie and whatever else they got, that's a pretty good deal for Dallas, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
when
mean?
you put
Like,
it that way,
that's
it's
a
actually
great trade.
not the worst thing in the world.
I know. Obviously, the sequence of events didn't happen like that. It just kind of fell into place for them. Potentially tampering from Ernst and Young. Shouts to my former employees there. Keep doing criminal activities allegedly. But like, man, if you look at the trade from that perspective, like that's a great trade for the Mavs. I feel like to give up Luka and get
payroll.
that.
Do you know
I'm
the
just
odds of
saying.
them getting the number 1 pick? They were absolutely horrible. Like they
know,
got
but
so lucky, and now it looks fine. But that was the worst
luck,
trade in
luck
NBA
is part of
history.
it.
I don't care what you
luck
say
is
now.
luck is part of it though. like luck is part of it. They were supposed to be like just a franchise that would like disappear, like just be mediocre for years. The fans would be miserable, and now they're back. Like they're
Yeah.
all the way back. They got flagged. They're excited. Kyrie might do his own research and be back like medically by like March or something like that. Like there's a lot going for the Mavs now. Like they're exciting again. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, it's been a miraculous turn of events. It doesn't make
So-
the trade any better, but it's
So
been
you're saying no credit to Nico?
no. For
Okay,
getting the number one pick, no. That was just unbelievable luck.
Yeah. Damn, man. All right,
His name
fine.
will come up later.
My what was
Who's yours?
my dark horse pick here is Hanson Yang of the Portland Trailblazers.
Wow.
I think we're
Nice.
gonna get 2
Yo.
weeks. We're gonna get 2 weeks of Yang sanity at some point. I just feel like
Yeah.
it's gonna happen during the season. Like,
Yang Gang. We already
yeah,
had
we-
Andrew Yang, so
yeah,
you know.
yeah, we're gonna have Yang, and then there's gonna be, sometimes these debates over awards get a little bit, racial, and it's like, yo, in this political climate,
Oh.
do you want a white guy from Dallas winning, or do you want the story of a immigrant story of Hanson Yang, all of this stuff? And I think there's going to be a heavy debate, and I'm really curious what Kendrick Perkins and Bob Myers are going to say about this. But I think for 2 weeks we're going to suddenly be like, oh,
Yeah.
can Hanson Yang threaten Cooper Flagg here? You really want to vote for a white guy whose last name is Flagg right now? I'm saying, man, I'm just.
Have you seen
Alex-
America? Absolutely, yes. Actually, this might make it even more of a lock that Flag wins, man.
Alex, I'm just based on your take here. Are you suggesting that ROTY should actually just be for race of the year?
Oh,
Oh, we
No,
don't want
'cause-
to do that.
well, we have actually seen Kendrick Perkins play the race card in an NBA debate
Yo,
before. So
the race card cost Jokić an MVP, man.
Yo,
I haven't,
like, what the?
I haven't seen Joel Embiid on the floor since he accepted that MVP, man.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, yeah, dark horse picks. Please gamble responsibly if you're betting on these. Hanson Yang is my dark horse. Maybe Con Knipple, He's got ties
Yeah.
to Bill Simmons, and we know that 40% of voters are from Boston. So maybe Bill can influence, all the Boston voters to vote for Con Knipple, the area.
Can I just say VJ Edgecombe's name just to say?
Oh
it?
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
nobody
that's a
talks
good
about him. Yeah,
I'm
nobody's
really high on
talking about
him, and I think he's gonna play. I know they have a lot of guys in that backcourt, but I think
No, but they need his athleticism. They got a lot of old
Yeah.
guys and guys who
Yeah.
don't defend. So
he does. He
Yeah.
plays exactly how Nick Nurse wants to play, and I think he's going to get a lot of minutes for that reason.
yeah. Okay, six man of the year. You guys had different picks here. Let's start with you, Will. Who's your 6 man of the year?
Six more. Yeah,
Asian.
honestly, I wow, like, it's coming up again.
Asian.
No, I'm picking Jordan Clarkson. I don't know. Like, I just think that, like, he's playing for the Knicks, a very prominent team. They're going to be close to the top of the conference. He's going to get buckets. I think that, it's good because the Knicks have really needed a second player who can dribble the ball. Every time I watch the Knicks, I'm like, it's Jalen Brunson dribbling the ball. And he might kick it out to other guys who can, like, catch and shoot or roll the basket. But realistically, it's been one guy dribbling the ball. Now they have a secondary guy who can dribble the ball. Granted, he's probably going to shoot the ball every time he touches it as well. I think he's actually already warned his teammates that if you pass it to me, I'm going to shoot it. But I don't mind. I actually don't mind. I think Jordan's going to he's always been a pretty decent scorer. This is going to be a winning team. And I could see him filling a little bit of the void that Dante clearly left behind in that team when he left. Obviously, Dante, much more of a catch-and-shoot guy. But again, like I don't mind that the Knicks have a second guy who can dribble. So Jordan Clarkson, you're getting it from me, man.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna get that little, Madison Square Garden bump.
Sure.
He's the guy coming off the bench and stuff. Just looked up what Bing Bong is in Filipino. It's also Bing Bong. So yeah, Bing
Really?
Bong. Yeah. So,
What are the odds of that? Bing bong, but in a Filipino context.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, in a Filipino context. James,
Gotcha.
James, who's your 6 man?
So I would just also like to say I think Josh Hart is a name to watch in New York as
Yeah.
well for this
fair
award. If he ends up coming off the bench all year, that's
Right.
another possibility. I picked
a
Alex
good one.
Caruso, who is not a typical 6 man of the year candidate because he doesn't really score.
Yeah, all he does
he's
is
not
foul people and
that
get
kinda
away
dude.
with it in the playoffs. Yeah.
Sure. That's all. That's definitely all that he does. Alex. You're just hating on a fellow Alex like this. I don't understand. it.
Can't believe it, man. No solidarity.
I
It's
just
race
picked
based.
him because I think he's like the best bench player in the NBA. And
it's close to it,
if
for sure.
if the Thunder are completely dominant again this year. I mean, he's kind of stamped now. He should have been before. It's not like this was his first championship. It's not like he hasn't been just, a part of units that have destroyed teams. Even when he was on bad teams, like he made the Bulls, like single-handedly made the Bulls like a competent defensive team, which is crazy.
We watched the play-in game between the Bulls and the Raptors here.
I was there. He was guarding Siakam, and he
he cooked.
Yeah, it was insane. I think there are other guys that are more like traditional kind of candidates for this, but I like to think that at some point the NBA kind of the media that votes for this award is going to collectively pick somebody who is not a gunner. And is more of a defensive player. I mean, like Iguodala should have won the award multiple times. Every dork says that, but it's true. And I think maybe this could be that year. And I think Caruso is kind of the right guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, you're right though. It's always been like a counting stats award. Most years, right? It's like best score off the bench, which is why I think someone like Clarkson does have a chance. But it would be cool, if Caruso, gets his recognition. My dark horse pick here, Bradley Beal, of the Clippers. We know that Beal has rarely shown up to work, the last few years, but Clippers, real stable environment coming into the season.
For sure.
And I think, Beal coming off the bench. What if Bradley Beal comes off the bench for them and averages like 20 points a game or something,
Nah.
And,
But that would
a
require.
lot.
But they're planning to start him, so this would require it not going that well at the beginning. And
Yeah.
Bogdanovich takes the spot, and then
sets up the redemption arc. And then Bradley Beal's was like, yeah, man, I just show up to work, man. I just show up to work and get buckets. He becomes like one of the coolest guys in the NBA again. Are you guys in on this Bradley Beal dark horse pick here?
Not really. I think the Clippers have too much depth. They have a lot of options.
I forced this one because Clarkson was actually my pick.
I'm in on the redemption angle. I'm not in on the sixth man because I think he's just going to start.
It's gonna be one of those things where obviously Bradley Beal for what he does for the max and also on a no trade clause feels terrible. But if you get Bradley Beal for like, what did the Clippers sign him for, like $5 million or something, like something less than that maybe?
Yeah, over the table is $5 million. We don't know about the other stuff.
He's planting trees as well in the off season.
Yeah.
There's just a forest out there in the world that's named after a Steve Ballmer.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it'll feel a lot better when you got him for cheap. But along the lines of this, I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, I was thinking about Mathurin too. Again, fits the gunner mentality.
But again, I think
Pacers
the
need
plan
him
is
too.
to start him though. Like it's like much like the Beal thing. Like it would need to be a thing where they adjust his role because the plan is like they're just gonna feature him right away and just see what he can do as a starter. But I mean, his identity, like who he is, like long term in the NBA, is like probably back to being a six man if he's still in the Pacers next year. I would assume.
Right.
Yeah. What's the difference between Benedict Mathurin and Cam Thomas, by the way?
One's Quebecois. We got Poutine Cam Thomas. Just kidding. Benedict much better, man. I like Benedict a lot, actually. He's just kind of like, he's got a little too much Kuminga in him.
Yeah.
In a derogatory way.
Well, after Tyrese Halliburton went down in Game 7, it was literally Benedict Mathurin was going to decide Game 7.
Yeah.
Like, either way. And he did. Yeah, so, I don't know. Shouts to Alex Caruso. Anyways, most improved. James, who's your most improved player this year?
So I picked Christian Brown. He's a
That's
guy.
on the
You remember?
Nuggets payroll.
You remember this? I refrain from picking them for every award, but this is not the last Nugget that I'm picking either.
Wow!
Remember?
Spoiler.
In Pascal Siakam's career, when it was like 3 years in a row where you could have made a case for him to win most improved player because he just kept getting better. I'm not saying Brown is going to top out as like an all-star, all-NBA level type guy like Siakam ended up doing, but his trajectory is insane. He gets significantly better every year. It's not just that his minutes go up, it's that his production in those minutes, like on a per-minute basis, goes up, and there's like something meaningfully different in his game. And this year it seems like it's going to be more of that. Everybody in Nuggets camp is talking about how he is, shooting the ball a lot better than he did before, how he is more confident making plays off the dribble. And you can see it even in the preseason. I mean, his shooting numbers are crazy. He's not going to shoot quite as well as he is right now all year, but if he is a really confident shooter, if he has more gravity on the perimeter, I think that opens up everything else about his game. He was already a really good kind of connective player for the Nuggets, but I think what you're going to see is a guy who is still that, but is more aggressive about getting buckets himself and looking for his own offense. And then all of the stuff, the stuff that he kind of made his name on when he was part of the championship team as a rookie, the hustle, the transition stuff, the defense, the versatility, the fact that he's switchable, all that is still there. But I think he is just rounding out into a much more complete player. And particularly just on the offensive end, just a guy that can do a lot of different things. And if the numbers kind of match that at the end of the year, on a team that is as good as I kind of think the Nuggets will be, then I think he has a shot at this. But this is always a tricky award to predict, though, because like part of it is you are guessing about a player, and sometimes you pick a player who you don't think was very good the year before because you're like, well, this will be a massive improvement. Christian Brown was already good. I just think he's going to be like very, very good now.
Fair enough. Christian Brown's amazing, man. Like the perfect player for what the Nuggets really need for their backcourt.
Yeah, this is a tough award, man. I remember last year because Dyson Daniels won last year, right?
Yeah.
And I think
nobody would have picked him.
Yeah, but it's such an ebb and flow thing. I remember Norman Powell was like a favorite very early on because he was doing great on the Clippers, and then kind of course, picked up an injury and things like that. Yeah, this one is really hard to predict. Who do you have, Will, as your pick?
It ain't hard for me because he comes on the podcast every summer. Andrew Nembhard is getting my Most Improved Player award. I think the only thing for Andrew to do is play in the regular season like he plays in the playoffs, and I think he's already there.
Yeah.
He's the most improved regular season to playoffs player in the league. Like him and Aaron Gordon are 1 and 2. And honestly, Aaron Gordon's pretty good in the regular season too. Andrew has the ability. Clearly, we all see it every year in the playoffs. He just needs to do that for regular season, and the Pacers absolutely need him to do that. He also taught me his signature step back 3 move, which I have bricked in my runs every time since I've tried it. So it's fine. I need a little more practice.
Yeah, lights are too bright, man. But what is the Pacers starting lineup now? Like without Turner, without Halliburton. So it's Nembhard, Mathurin?
Yeah.
Nembhard,
Pascal.
Mathurin, Nesmith, Siakam, and then probably Jay Huff.
Jay Huff's in the starting lineup? Oh, boy.
Yeah, Jay Huffington. Man.
I think that's the right call, but I mean, we'll see. They have a couple other options too, but
they got some small ball centers they can toss in there. Maybe a little Obi Toppin if they want to with Pascal.
I think that's a better look off the bench, though. But I think Huff offensively is going to be great for them. He'll open things up, can play the same role that Turner did. It's just defensively, he blocks shots, but can he kind of be the rim protector? Can he, when guys go at him and pick and roll, can he be a little more mobile than he was? We'll see how that works. But I thought that was a really smart get for the Pacers.
For sure.
Yeah, dorks love Jay Huff. Not that you're a dork, bro.
Oh, I'm a dork. It's fine.
No, you're not a dork.
No, it's fine.
We'll see how many coaches you get. If you get one coach, you're a dork. Who do I have? I have a Matas Bazelis from the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
James, make the case for Bazelis to win Most Improved.
You make the case. He's
No.
your pick.
Yeah, why did you? This is out of left field, but I like this a lot actually.
I don't know. I like his swag. I think he's one of the lone bright spots on this
Super
Bulls
confident.
team. And who knows? Maybe he makes a leap this year, and sneaks in and wins this award. And that's all I got. He can be the best player on a 36-win Bulls team.
Honestly, if he does that, he should be in contention for this award.
Yeah,
I think if he's already better than a Kobe White, if he's already better than Josh Giddey, that. I think that's a pretty. I don't know. That's not a high bar, but I think he's. I like Matas a lot too. Actually, I was surprised he slipped so much in the draft.
Who's the guy that they drafted who Johnny Furphy dunked on?
Noah Senge?
Yo,
Yeah.
oh my god, yo, Jerome, please find that photo and just pull it up.
That was the best.
Honestly, as a
Furphy, by the way.
photographer in that situation, I would not have released that photo. Come on, man, you ruining a kid's life, man. That's a meme forever, man.
No, you
Like,
got that is the best photo that person will ever take. It was incredible.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna
but-
say, what are you
no,
talking
I
about?
don't
You ruin your own
think-
career if you don't post that.
No, I think just journalistic malpractice there. I would not have posted that photo. Come on, man, like that.
Oh.
He's gonna be known
That-
for that for the rest of his life.
Not posting the photo would have been journalistic malpractice. You're gonna hide that
Exactly,
from the
man.
public? Come on.
Yeah, the public needs to see that. Absolutely.
Democracy dies in darkness, man. Okay,
You're advocating for darkness.
coach
Yeah,
of the
you're
year.
You're actually advocating for darkness.
Coach of the year.
Here we
Here's
go.
the photo. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
imagine
Yo.
if. Oh my god. Man.
I was actually courtside for this game. Well, I was second row for this
Weird
game.
flex.
Yeah, I was trying to talk to Andrew for the interview. He was sitting
Yeah.
courts. He was the only Pacer sitting courtside for this, which is very
Yeah.
funny.
This
Everyone
is-
else had gone home.
This is
Oh,
so
but-
painful. This is so painful.
How
man.
did Andrew react to that?
Oh, I mean, yeah, he got up off his chair and was like, throwing his little thing around. He's pretty reserved usually, but I mean, that was a crazy play.
Yeah.
I think Furphy, by the way, I mean, he might dunk his way into the dunk contest at this point, man. This guy catching preseason bodies is crazy.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
finally a contender to go up against Mac McClung, man. So excited. Book your flights to LA. Coach of the year, guys. James, who is your koi this year?
Well, this won't surprise you. I picked David Adelman.
Get out of here, man.
DA, the new
I
DA.
picked David Adelman. I think the Nuggets. I just think they're going to be awesome, and I think they're. If you also look at, kind of even how they're playing already, like he's doing some weird stuff. He had a zone the other night where he had like Jokić and Valanciunas out on the court together. I mean, the zone he ran against the Thunder last year was the only reason they had a chance to win that series. It was like one of the more interesting adjustments that we saw in the playoffs. I think they're going to be more creative on defense all year. I think they probably need to be. And then offensively, I mean, he has been the guy who was like running their offense for years and years under Mike Malone. Now he's running the team for himself. I think they'll probably change some things on that end too. And he'll just also like get the benefit of like the fact that they needed a change last year. They needed it, I think, ownership, like when Kroenke talked about it, like I think, he was considering doing that early on in the year. He was considering it again kind of mid-season last year, but they were winning too many games for him to do it. Michael Malone was an awesome coach. I think Calvin Booth made some good moves managing the team too, but the whole situation had grown toxic. The vibes were just off, and they were off all year last year, and the vibes now are by all accounts just incredible. So I think everybody's having a lot of fun playing for Adelman. I think he's going to have that team playing harder than it had kind of over the full 82 games rather than sort of pacing themselves and like working their way into shape, which was a big thing that a lot of people around the Nuggets were kind of complaining about last year. So I think the whole kind of vibe shift, culture shift there, like he's going to get some credit for that. It's not all him. But I think that just helps his coach of the year case, which I think for basketball reasons is probably going to be pretty strong anyway.
Yeah, I like the pick. I mean, we all like the Nuggets, no more than James, though, on this show. Well, if he's going to be a Nugget fan, I'm going to be the Pacer fan. I'm going to pick Rick Carlisle here. I think the Pacers could still be in the top 6 this season despite their injuries. I think it'll be truly a great narrative case for the fact that they've overcome, obviously, the devastating injury to Tyrese Halliburton, and also the loss of Miles Turner, the betrayal of Miles Turner going to their rivals in the Bucks. I think their style of play is still going to be pretty sustained. I think they've always played with depth. And even without their crunch time playmaker, which is probably my biggest concern about them, is what they do in crunch time, because obviously Tyrese had that thing handled. I still think that this team will find a way to win games. Narratively, it'll be really good for the Pacers in general. And then I also think Rick Carlisle, he's the head of the Coaches Association, so I can definitely see other coaches really speaking well of him. He's quite popular. And also, despite him being a very successful coach in his career, he's only ever won Coach of the Year once, and that was back in 2002. So I don't know. I feel like he's definitely a great coach. And yeah, I actually do believe in the Pacers still this year, at least as regular season proposition. So give me Rick.
Yeah, my dark horse pick here is Darko Rajakovic.
Dark Horse Rajakovic.
Dark
Toronto
Horse.
Raptors. Yep. Raptors win 46 games. Top 10 defense. Brandon.
I knew you were
Ingram.
going to do this. I could just tell.
Brandon
Wow.
Ingram, top 10 in MVP voting.
Wow.
And lots of buzz about Darko. People haven't really been talking about Raptors. They haven't really been talking about Darko his first 2 years as head coach. This is the year that he gets the buzz. Raptors finished 4th in the East, and
Okay.
Darko Rajakovic, here we go, Coach of the Year, and the Raptors have a history of winning Coach of the Year.
We
Sam
have a lot.
Mitchell, Dwayne Casey
Yep.
too, right? Did Nick win it too? Yeah,
Nick won it as well, man.
Yeah.
Don't slight Nick.
Nick won
Technically,
it as
Dwayne
well.
Casey won it as the fired head coach of the Toronto Raptors, but
Oh yeah, that was so weird. It's like
But
happy
then
birthday,
Nurse
weird.
won
Dwayne.
it too after.
yeah.
Did he not?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
So Darko's gonna win and then get fired after they get swept in the first
on.
round by the Washington Wizards. But I got Darko Rajakovic. Let's go, Darko. Yeah. So
Come
there
on the
we
show,
go.
Darko Rajakovic.
Yeah, we'll pay you. All right. Next up, these are now my favorite awards remaining here. Exec of the Year. Which suit is gonna win Exec of the Year? Will, who's your Executive of the Year?
Oh man, I put this in here purely to troll people, but Nico Harrison, come on down.
Woo!
I mean, the ultimate redemption story. If the Mavs are good this year, Cooper Flag gives them this star for the future, but they also have stars for today in AD. If Kyrie comes back healthy, obviously we know what Kyrie can do. They actually have a decent the roster's not bad. Who's the worst player in the rotation? It's you know what I mean? They're bringing
Klay Thompson.
no, Clay's actually decent. Clay's totally fine. In this context, they actually need Clay to shoot as many threes as possible, which you'll be happy to oblige. PJ Washington, Derek Lively.
D'Lo.
This is still quite a good team. In terms of just the roster on paper, the issue is they have probably a little bit too many bigs for the modern era, so they're probably going to shoot way too few threes just in general. But I think it's also one of those things where executives are going to look out for Nico. They're going to be like, look, he's already the most wanted man in America. Let's try to save his life by giving him an executive.
Well, we know Rob Pelinka's gonna put in 5 votes. Yeah.
I will be flabbergasted if this happens.
This would be the best. Honestly, this would be such a cool redemption story. I mean,
It's
I'm actually
it's
really
honestly
pretty
in
enjoying it.
play. It's honestly in play. I can see
Yeah.
the pieces coming together. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would you build a team this way? Anthony Davis is a center. You have
I love
Derek
how mad
Lively
you are
and
in this
Gafford.
Dallas situation.
No, Dallas. Honestly, everyone should be mad at what's happening with Dallas.
No,
man.
James
It's
is
not
coming
fair.
from a perspective of yo, Dallas doesn't deserve this. They
don't.
shouldn't have, they don't
Oh.
deserve
Oh, yeah,
the flag.
All of their players are best at 4 and 5, with the exception of D'Angelo Russell and Kyrie Irving, who's not really going to play until maybe later in the year. Klay Thompson is best defending 4s at this point in his career. PJ Washington is never going to play 4 or small ball 5 because they need him to be a wing on this enormous team. Anthony Davis, we have seen him playing at the 4 so many times over the course of his career, and we know what it looks like. There's a million bodies in the paint. He has no room to attack, so he settles for these bad jumpers, which they won a championship the one time in his career that he made those jumpers at an above average rate. Everything since then has indicated that was an anomaly. I don't think Cooper Flag is best at point guard. I'm sorry. It's an interesting thing to do. It's cool if this is summer league or preseason and you're trying it out. That has happened with a lot of kind of star wings before. But if they're actually doing this in the regular season, that's weird. I think their offense is going to be real bad. But if their defense is insane and they get into the playoffs and Kyrie comes back and saves them, I can see how they become a sort of positive story. It's just with this roster construction, what is the ceiling for this? I just don't
James,
get it.
They got to trade to make in season 2 if they want to, which
Right. James, if it helps you feel any better about their pick right here, it is a bit of a biased pick on their front.
There's a photo of me, at the NBA media party in Vegas, and Nico walking in, and I grabbed Will. I was like, "Yo, snap a bunch of photos, man!
why'd you have to
God
implicate
is
me
here.
in this, man?
The God is here, man! This was
Nico was everywhere, by the way. We saw him
Watching
10
Nico,
times that weekend.
running into Nico Harrison at Summer League 2025 was
Aura.
It was like
This
watching
guy's
a
got aura,
celebrity.
man.
Yeah.
This guy's got
Yeah.
aura.
Alex, you
He
would have
was
saw him
walking
at the
around
clutch
like
party if you weren't detained by wind security.
Yeah.
Actually,
He was there.
Actually, my favorite story from that media party was one of Jokic's brothers was there.
Oh, the one who that
and-
got like indicted for like punching a Laker fan or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
recently.
So I walked up to him and I was like, "Man, big fan of your work. Can I take a photo?" And he's like, "No, I'm super private." I was like, "All right, bro." And that was it.
He just doesn't want to be seen, you know. That's why he's covered head to toe in tattoos and has a buzz cut
It's
with
like
a little mohawk at
impossible
the
to
top,
ignore
man.
him. No, top 3 people that we ran into at NBA Media, Nico, Mr. Jokić, and Shai's dad. Yeah.
Oh,
Shai's
Vaughn.
dad.
Vaughn
Yeah,
Alexander. Yeah, he was a character.
Vaughn
man. He was
Alexander, not to
definitely
be
a
confused
character.
with Markham Alexander or Richmond Hill Alexander.
That's right, baby.
All right, my exec of the year pick is Mr. Ben Tenzer / John Wallace. I guess they co-run the Denver Nuggets front office because they don't actually have a GM.
Bro, how do the Nuggets win every award in this context? I don't understand.
Yo, Nuggets are hot this year, man. Yeah.
Apparently, man. Jesus.
Yeah, so love the Cam
Okay.
Johnson, for Michael Porter
Yeah.
Jr. swap. Love them replenishing their bench, and yeah, if James's predictions go right and the Nuggets are this great team, Jokic wins MVP again. I think exec of the year is gonna go to Denver.
Yeah.
So,
Ben Tenzer's a great name, man.
yeah, it is
I-
a great
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
I almost went with Tenzer, but I was too sick of myself picking Nuggets, so I didn't do it.
James, would you recognize either Ben Tenzer or John Wallace, like if you saw them in the concourse of, I don't know,
Barclays Center.
Barclays?
I'd
Yeah.
I'd have to look at I've seen them before. I watched their press conference, but it was a while ago, so I'd have to watch the video again.
This guy's grinding
To be
Ben
honest.
Tenzer tape.
This
That's
They-
crazy.
You might have to peek the credential. You might have to be like, are you Ben 10?
By the time I go to a Nuggets game, I will know who they are.
No, we're
Fair
gonna
enough,
start.
fair enough,
We're
fair
gonna
enough.
start calling him McTen, man. All right. Twyman Stokes.
Well,
for
I
those
didn't
who-
pick my
on, dog.
executive.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot!
come
My
on.
bad. Skipped over. you.
Mike Dunleavy. Oh my goodness.
I I didn't go with Tenzer. I went with Dunleavy because I think the Warriors are being slept on a little bit. All these analytics
They're
models
sleeping
agree with
right
me,
now.
by the
They're
way.
so
I don't know if you
old,
saw
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
they are
the
old.
ESPN projections, they had
yeah,
them at like
Pelicans
63 wins. I was like,
had 'em-
what?
Pelton had him
Oh yeah,
as the second best team in the league.
They ran NBA 2K once, and had Orlando winning the championship.
Yeah, that's never happening.
I didn't see
Oh,
that.
man.
Yeah, I saw that thing exist. Anyway, I think the Warriors are gonna be really good. I think they were like a great team down the stretch last year too. It's just then Steph got hurt, and also Butler was playing hurt
Sure.
in the playoffs, and but they'd won the first game against Minnesota, even though Steph got hurt and played like 15 minutes in it or whatever. I think they probably would have won that series. I think the people would probably feel differently about them now had they not. And you could say like this is baked in. They have an old team. It's not surprising that they got hurt and they lost in the second round. That's probably what's going to happen. That's fair.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think provided they're reasonably healthy, they're going to have a really strong regular season. I do think they're quite deep also. I love their starting five, but I also I think I am not necessarily counting on that starting five, obviously the old starting five, being available for 60 games or something. But I think that's actually okay because they've supplemented that with some guys that can help off the bench. And I just think Horford is a dude that is going to just help everybody else on the roster so much. It's not that his stats individually are going to be awesome, but I think
Right.
that signing is going to change their team significantly. Like they were playing Quentin Post big minutes at times last year because it was that important for them to have a floor spacer at the 5 spot, which you get because they want Draymond and Jimmy Butler to be playing a ton of minutes together. But they were giving up something on the defensive end every single minute that he played. If you can actually put a plus defender, and Horford still is that, on the court for 25, 26 minutes a game with those guys, and add in the fact that he's just such a smart ball mover, he can still if you switch a small onto him, he can still go and put that guy in the basket and score. I think, yeah, he's 39, but he doesn't play like he's 39. He really doesn't. And I think that is going to change the team. I think the Melton signing was smart. He got hurt really early on last year, but he was going to be the starter for that team before it happened. If he comes back and is himself, then that's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I just think the Warriors are going to have a great regular season, and Dunleavy will get the credit. And you're also kind of crediting him for pulling off the Butler trade a year before.
For sure.
So that's my thinking.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like executive of the year going to like a cumulative effort, because like you're never gonna build your entire team through one window, So like using one fixed year is like not the great. Yeah, honestly, that's a great point. Honestly, I like the Warriors a lot more than I liked them at the start of last year. Let's say this current Warriors team.
Yeah.
All right, Twyman Stokes, teammate of the year.
This is crazy, bro. Why are you making us pick this?
Who won last year? Let me double check this. Twyman. Steph Curry won last year. Wow. Yeah, Twyman Stokes. Who do you have as your teammate of the year, Will?
I gave considerate thought to Fred VanVleet for just being just a teammate for the whole year because he's out for the season. Just being like, side by side the assistant coach of the year for Ime Udoka. But I actually went with his former backcourt teammate Dylan Brooks.
Wow.
Okay, hear me out for the Dylan Brooks thing. Everyone in Phoenix was like miserable last year. Like for all the Phoenix Suns fans out there, they hated last year. They hated Bradley Beal. They hated how much KD was checked out of the situation. KD's beefing with his own fans on Twitter, whatever. They finally got rid of the contracts. They don't really get that much back in return, but at least they're kind of excited for like what this new era brings. I mean, it brings Jalen Green, so it can't be that good. But it also brings Dylan Brooks, and I think they need a culture guy, man. They need a culture guy.
Yeah.
What Dylan Brooks did for Houston is exactly what Phoenix needs right now. Is somebody who like cares about the game, night in, night out, fights hard. Fans are gonna love him. And honestly, I know the Dylan Brooks that we see on the court can sometimes be, cantankerous. He's like fighting people and stuff. But everybody says Dylan Brooks off the court is like a perfect teammate, man.
Yeah.
Like super, like great gentleman, everything like that. So I think like he's actually in the perfect place to sort of affect the culture. Does that actually change what Twyman Stokes teammate of the year voters think? I don't know. I guess players vote on this one, right?
Players, yeah.
Like every player in the NBA.
Every player's like, yo, who's your best friend in the locker room?
Is it like 500 ballots? Like that's insane.
Well, have you worked in those corporate workspaces where they give you those polls or surveys, and they're like, "Hey, it's an anonymous work survey," and one of the questions is always, "Do you have a best friend at work?"
No,
Like,
I just leave
used to-
feedback, and I'm like, everyone sucks. My boss does cocaine, allegedly.
Yo, snitching on your boss through the anonymous survey is nuts.
Allegedly, you're the one doing the alleged.
Yo,
Google
I mean,
Forms submitted.
have I had bosses who were on a line? Absolutely, but damn.
He was not on a line. He was on a line. All right, James Herbert, Twyman Stokes, teammate of the year.
I got talked into the Brooks thing, but I picked Al Horford, just a Hall of Fame teammate.
Okay,
yeah.
Was absolutely beloved in Boston and before that in Atlanta. And
Right.
the Warriors
TJ
all
Ford, yeah.
the Warriors they picked Steph last year. They don't need to give it to him again. They'll all get in line and support Al Horford's case. This is what I'm thinking.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
You guys are overthinking this, man. Teammate of the year is gonna go to Asian Jalen Williams of the OKC Thunder, man. Is there a better teammate than Jalen Williams?
I
He's
love
the
this.
most
Yeah.
supportive guy in the
Yeah.
league. He's been snubbed. In my mind, he has been snubbed for this award. Like
Right,
why
he's
did
barking
Steph
in the
put-
post-game press
Yeah,
conference.
like what? Where's Steph putting his Twyman Stokes next to his MVPs? Like, is it even on the same shelf?
Yeah, it's beside the gold medal. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So and fun trivia too. So like the league retired Bill Russell's like number 6, like forever. Like I think in 2022, but then like they grandfathered it in where like if you're still wearing 6, you can still do it.
Right.
So Jalen Williams is the last player in the NBA in NBA history that's
Wow.
gonna wear number 6. Do you guys know the second last player? This player wore number 6 last year, but he has since moved on. I'm not sure if he's even in the league anymore.
So he's an older player.
Yeah, he's an old head.
Or number 6.
Yeah, he was the second last player to wear number 6 in the NBA. He's a
I'm
big
mad at
man,
myself for not
big
thinking
man,
about
older big man, bench guy. Another guy that's very well known for being a great teammate.
Well known for being a great teammate. He's
Yeah,
a bench
big man, bench big, great.
It's not Steven Adams. He
teammate.
wears 12.
DeAndre Jordan. Yeah.
Oh,
DeAndre,
obviously.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so-
yeah, fair enough.
So there we go.
Good little
so
trivia. All right.
Yeah. So Jalen Williams is my pick
I like this.
for the T-Man Stokes. All right. Lastly, clutch player of the year. James, who's your clutch player of the year?
I went with Luka and
Doncic. Yeah, Doncic.
Garza.
Right. Not
Yeah.
Garza. Yeah.
Yeah, Doncic.
Luka Garza. No,
Yeah.
Luka Doncic. Some of this is like, I think the Lakers are one of the most top-heavy teams I've ever seen. So I don't think they're going to be like amazing. Like LeBron is out at the beginning of the year too. I think they're going to be in a lot of close games, and they're going to be kind of relying on Luka to save them at the end. And I think he's
Absolutely.
good enough to do that. His clutch numbers
like
are
that.
always ridiculous, and he plays a style that is conducive to being really good in the clutch because he just, methodically picks you apart and finds an advantage and exploits it. We've seen him make a ton of clutch plays before. I don't think he's won this award yet, has he?
He should win
But-
it though. Like he's definitely
but-
one of the most
Yeah.
clutch players.
Yeah.
Last
if he
year's
doesn't win it
winner
this year, I assume he
was
will
Jalen
eventually.
Brunson. Yeah, Jalen Brunson
Yeah.
is the defending clutch player. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will, who you got?
I just thought about who is on a team where they're probably going to win games, but no one else can hit a shot in crunch time. So I'm going to go with Cade Cunningham. Kind of the same Luka thing. It's just like he's going to have the ball a ton.
Yeah.
The Pistons are going to be in a lot of close games, and if they win games, who else can you really envision like making a huge play for them other than Cade Cunningham? So
I
I'm
like
going to go
that.
with Cade.
My dark horse pick here is killer Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets.
Wow.
He's gonna be responsible for all 17 of their wins this season in the clutch. Put your money on Cam Thomas. Maybe even parlay that with most improved and sixth man of the year. Cam Thomas was asked the other day if he was gonna maybe add more playmaking, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna play my game." So that's all I needed to hear. We need more Cam Thomases in this league. Yeah, Cam
in all
Thomas
fairness, have you
noted Zach Lowe hater too. Yeah.
Yeah, in all fairness, have you seen anybody else on the Nets that Cam Thomas should be passing to? Okay, like
No,
who's
but
he-
that's what I'm
like-
saying. Cam's gonna get every chance to win this
Yeah.
award. So put a little dark horse money on Cam Thomas. So yeah, those are our awards predictions. We're gonna take a quick break.
Can
When
I
we come
ask
back- yeah,
one
let's go.
question about NBA awards?
Yes.
Just because you were talking, the Twyman Stokes Teammate of the Year award, I could not find the answer online. James might know the answer. Does it have a 65 game minimum rule?
I don't believe it does.
I don't-
No, there can't be, man.
There
That'd
can't
be
be.
hilarious. man.
That would be actually
Like,
kind of.
you were a
so.
great teammate for 64 games.
You didn't show up to work. I mean, honestly, that's part of being a great teammate,
Well,
man. You
because
can't.
like Will wants because when Will made the crack about Fred getting the award from the bench, it's like technically he would not be eligible, but like I feel
Right.
like some
Right.
like bench players or players who are injured throughout the season or just super supportive are some of the best teammates to take you through a season. It would just be really funny if this actually had a requirement.
There are something like all rookie doesn't have that requirement. Like some people voted
Right.
for Jared McCain last year, which is awesome because he played like 20 games. But I can't imagine the teammate one has that.
Yo, have you
requirement.
seen the? Yeah, look at the award, man. This is so sick.
Oh,
That rules,
that's
yeah.
That's one of the best awards.
This is a great
ever.
trophy, man.
Yo,
yeah,
they
it's
should
one
have
guy,
time to playing
one
that
guy carrying,
constantly.
like lifting someone else up from the ground, like helping them up. Yeah.
I would pay
Yeah.
for a replica of that, man. That's amazing, man.
This also looks like the regrettable hard foul award of the year, where you
Yeah.
like just help it like that's my bad right there.
Yeah. Who would do that?
Yo, that's an
Well,
incredibly
if
designed
Dylan
award.
Brooks is winning the thing, it makes sense.
No, they
Right.
should-
He
they should
he
have-
put him on the ground first, and then he's like picking him up though.
They
Exactly.
should have Dylan in the Jesus hair, just like staring down the other team. By the way, Will and I were at Summer League, and we saw Dylan Brooks staring down the Houston Rockets
Yes.
before
It
a
was so
Summer
good.
League. He did it. I mean, obviously he wasn't playing, but he just did it from like his seat. It
Bro,
was so weird.
It was
I
staring
love it.
daggers at like whoever was on the court for them, like freaking Cam Whitmore or whatever.
This guy making an early run at the T-Man Award.
He's looking
man.
at Reed Shepherd like it was you.
Oh man! All right, so we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna quickly go draft our most interesting players, and then finally James is gonna play who he coached for.
This show is brought to you by Simply Spiked. Will, I know summer's over, but you are not done with Simply Spiked, are you?
No, absolutely. This is my preferred drink of choice, as you know.
What do you prefer? What is your favorite flavor? Is it the lemonade? Is it peach? Is it limeade?
Number one is actually the blueberry, which I tried looking around my house. I don't even have anymore.
Well, good to know. It's not even anything I listed there. Hello and welcome, fans. If you're not sure what flavor you want to get yourself a variety pack so you can try each flavor. It really is the ideal drink for any occasion, from hanging with your friends to catching this upcoming Toronto Raptors season. Nothing will get you feeling refreshed and ready for the season like Simply Spiked. Fall is approaching, but there's no need for pumpkin spiced when you got Simply Spiked.
Oh, very good. But no.
Thank you. I know this is an ad, but Will, you really love your Simply Spiked.
Absolutely is not a joke. I'm not kidding.
Pick up Simply Spiked at your local liquor store for your next hangout. Must be legal drinking age. Celebrate responsibly.
All right. We got most interesting players.
Yeah, we're gonna drop
Alex
3
Wong.
rounds real quickly. Guest goes first as always, and then Will, and then I run up the rear. Is that what they say? James, who is your most interesting player for this season?
I feel like this one's kind of obvious. I picked Wemby. I think
Yeah.
we're all
my first pick.
expecting he's going to be incredible and maybe an MVP candidate, all of this stuff. But I think there is still some mystery about like exactly how he's going to improve. We're just baking in a bunch of improvement, but it's like, is he going to like make 40% of his threes? Is it going to be this improved passing, which he has showed some flashes of in the preseason because they've been using him a little bit more as a ball handler? He seems to be like reading the game a little bit differently. Is it going to be more his physicality and the fact that he's put on some weight and he's added to just kind of his mindset seems to be a little bit different. He's kind of pushing people out of the way and dunking real hard. So I just want to see how it all comes together and just exactly how good he's going to be. My expectations are like sky high, as I think most people's are. But there's also some kind of intrigue about how the team is going to work. Like what is this all going to look like with the kind of lack of shooting they have? They have a bunch of sort of questions to answer about their backcourt rotation. And I want to see like Wemby's development in the context of all of that. I also just kind of want to see him just dominate.
Yeah, great pick. Nobody gets me to turn on the television or turn League Pass onto their game more than Wemby. Like, if all things being equal, I'm watching Wemby. My first pick actually, my first pick was gonna be Wemby, so I'm gonna move my second pick, I guess. Joel Embiid.
Nice.
This man went from winning the MVP to like no one even talks about him in like about a year and a half. Like, it's kind of unbelievable. Looks like he's gonna be healthy enough to start opening day, so good for the Sixers. I mean, certainly I'm not rooting for the Sixers, but I just feel like it's like almost tragic. I don't even remember like a fall off this hard. Obviously, he had a lot of things go on for him, but I think at the end of the day, he should still be like, when we talk about who's the best player in the Eastern Conference, like even Embiid's name doesn't even come up anymore, which is nuts to me. Like, obviously when he's healthy and available, he's not fun to watch because of the foul baiting or whatever, but like the skill level, the dominance, the size, even the defensive end, like, I don't know. If Embiid can't get back to that level, and honestly be a bit of a tragedy for all of basketball, but I'm actually going to pick Joel Embiid.
Wow. Okay, my first pick. You guys will never guess this. I'm gonna go with Jalen Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks. Because I didn't watch much Hawks last year, and
Okay.
the Hawks are getting a lot of buzz. I know Jalen Johnson is a really good player, so I'm excited to see where this goes for Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta's like the team everyone's picking to be like, oh, they're gonna make a jump
Sure.
in the
Yeah.
East. So Jalen Johnson is very interesting to me to start the season. I'll be watching.
Interesting. That would be a good pick, actually. Like a good concept would be like, the sexy blogger pick draft. Like who is the NBA Twitter intelligentsia hottest on given year to year? I think right now it's Amen Thompson, but I think Jalen
Ahmed
Johnson's in that
Thompson.
list too.
DeAnthony Melton's in the Hall of Fame for that every year.
Oh
Every
yeah,
year.
like the purely
James even
theoretical
mentioned
player.
DeAnthony.
That's right,
Melton. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
Wolfon's favorite. Yeah.
He does love DeAnthony,
Yeah.
but
James,
Alright.
have you ever done a pod with Wolfon?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys would nerd out like crazy.
Oh yeah, we got super
Yeah,
nerdy. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
James, round 2. Who's your next most interesting?
I mean, I have to do it, and I got to go with Amen Thompson.
yeah,
It's.
Yeah, nerd.
I mean, I didn't think he would still be here at this point.
see,
Look, I mean,
He didn't
told you.
think Ahmed Thompson was gonna be available at number 4.
no, I didn't think Jalen Johnson was gonna come off the board that soon.
Yeah.
Me
That's
neither.
fair.
I
You
just
out
pulled it
nerded
of
him.
my-
Actually, that's actually pretty
Yeah,
incredible.
let's go. I'm gonna pick Jay Huff next.
Oh, please do. I can
Please
make a
pick
case
J
for
Huff.
J Huff. J Huff, like maybe the best
Oh, God.
pregame dunker in the NBA. Like if
Here
you
we
get to
go.
a Pacers game
Really?
early, watch him in the late. Yeah, he goes hard. Like
Here
He
we
has like a
go.
pretty good like reverse dunk package. Weirdly enough.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I've never watched J-Hub play basketball. I need to tap in.
That's not true, man. We watched them play Orlando preseason basketball. Remember? That was the game where you broke the news that Corey Joseph's going to sign with the Magic.
Oh,
Because he was
come
sitting
on,
courtside
Alex.
with Jamal Mosley.
I
He was
was-
on that court. And I was like, yo, you're too old to play Summer League, man. He looked 29 then,
Oh,
so
shit.
I was estimating, but still.
Okay.
He's not
Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson will be interesting, especially with Fred out too, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of it. Like he would be interesting regardless. I think everybody thinks he's primed for a huge leap. But we're really going to see it. Like they're going to have to try to accelerate this, just see what he has as a playmaker. He is an awesome passer. Like he has a really good feel for the game. Like I think with both of the Thompson twins, the thing that separates them is like, yeah, they are two of the most athletic people who have like ever played in the NBA. Usually those guys are not also like super high feel
Right.
players, but they both are. And Amen, you can really see it in some of the passes that he makes. He's proven to be a really just crazy defender. Like he had a case to be the defensive player of the year last year. I think I had him second on my ballot.
Damn.
But offensively, like that's what we're all interested in, right? Like, can he be a two-way star? And they're kind of going to need him to be if they're going to kind of reach the goals that they had coming into the year. Now it's not all on him, clearly. But yeah, I was interested in him before the Fred injury. I wish the Fred injury had never happened. Like I think it makes the Rockets a little less interesting as a team. But I think it probably makes like Amen Thompson's individual season, like it makes there's more hinging on his development and it makes kind of this year more interesting for him as a player.
I agree. Next pick for most interesting player. I'm going to go with Zion Williamson.
oh man, took my pick.
There's a theme
Yeah,
to your
Zion-
picks so far.
Yeah, it's a lot of redemption for my picks actually.
Yeah.
I have one out of left field that you guys will never pick. But anyway, yeah, Zion. He's slimmed down. Looks to be in pretty good shape. I think the Pelicans have only played like Chinese teams or something in preseason, but I mean he's looked against Chinese
They
players.
went to Australia.
So
Australia.
Oh,
progressive.
Australia. There you go.
So progressive.
He's looked good against Australian teams. My bad. Sorry. So nobody in Australia can guard Zion. I think the biggest thing too is they've obviously brought in the new president with Joe Dumars, and he's known for being like the disciplined guy. Like he's like obviously was literally that for the league, and I think it's like kind of like a make or break thing for Zion. Like if you're not going to take it seriously now with the new boss, and you've slimmed down. I mean, I'm not expecting that much from the Pelicans winning wise, but Zion is too good of a player. Like the fact that for what Zion was coming out of college or even high school, he was supposed to be like one of the faces of the league, like genuinely one of the faces of the league, and he just completely bypassed that, partially because of the injuries, but also partially because of his own like. Just I don't even know what to say. Shenanigans feels not serious enough, but a lot of it has been like silly and like completely self-inflicted. So a healthy, focused Zion should be one of the most dominant players in the league because he's entering his prime right now. So
I do
feel
think
like
people forget it wasn't that long ago that things were trending upward for him again. Like 2
Yeah.
years ago, at the end of that season, he was playing some of the best basketball. I would argue the best basketball of his professional career. And he did it for an extended stretch. It was like basically half a season. He'd embarrassed himself in that NBA Cup game against the Lakers early in the
yeah, he
year.
did, yeah.
And then after that, he like really got his act together and he took everything really seriously. And I thought he was playing the best defense of his life. He was really going full bore for heavy minutes in a way that I don't think his body kind of could have before.
Right.
And then offensively, it was all there too. I mean, the passing, the impossible scoring in the paint, and all of that. Like he looked absolutely incredible. And then that's why it was so heartbreaking when in that play-in game against the Lakers, he's hitting all these like mid-range shots, and he looks so good. And then he gets hurt, and it's just all over. And the Pelicans' season is effectively over. And then last year just didn't really ever get started. But if he can kind of pick up where he left off, like a year and a bit ago, I guess, like that would be awesome. And I still don't know what to make of the team, but I think you raise a good point. Like I don't think we should just forget about how good he is at his peak, because that is like an all NBA caliber talent. We just haven't seen him
Absolutely.
sustain it. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. Off the board again. I'm gonna go with LeBron
Surprise.
James. I think
Okay.
I
I mean,
think
that's
it's.
not even off the board. That's
I
totally
know.
fair.
That was
What?
no, LeBron James.
LeBron might be most on the board
Who?
person you could possibly pick, man.
LeBron will always find himself into a main character situation, no matter if the Lakers are winning 30, 40, 50, or 60 games. He's starting the season with an injury. I'm officially on body language, chemistry watch between him and Luka. Rich Paul's been sending out all these
Right.
statements being like, "Yo, Lakers gotta try to win. They better be trying to win." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like they are trying their best. So I don't know, like what's gonna happen with LeBron. Like is LeBron and Luka gonna help the Lakers make a run in their first full season? Could LeBron be on the move? Is he gonna retire after next season? All of this stuff. So, and I just want to just appreciate LeBron too. For at his big age, the same age as me, like still a great player. And I think we will miss LeBron for all the good and all the annoying stuff when he's gone. So
Oh,
I'm here
for
to
sure.
I'm here to appreciate LeBron while he's still here. Yeah.
If Bron forces out midseason, where do you think he'll go?
Oh
Where do you
man,
want him to go?
it just feels like it's such a big move. I just can't see it happening. I don't know. Like it just feels insane to think about LeBron being on the move mid-season.
Low-key, I kind of hope for him. I hope for Cleveland to save him one more time, or for him to save Cleveland one last time. Just for the nostalgia purposes, would be cool. And also, they have a great team around him.
Yeah, I mean, the East is pretty wide open. So if they add
No,
LeBron,
it's perfect. LeBron's like, oh, the East is wide open. Perfect. This
And then he
this
breaks-
looks like a job for me.
he breaks like the Knicks' heart again. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
What if he went back to Miami instead?
Oh man, but
That too.
Who's he gonna play with, man? Triple J. Yeah.
Norm, Bam, Tyler Hero going the other way, I guess.
I guess
They've got
Cleveland would
some
be
guys
more
on the
ready.
team.
Yeah. Hey, what if the
Yeah.
Raptors in the mix a little bit? They got some young guys.
Yo, by the way, you
LeBron.
remember back in the day? I think it was Chris Haynes was like he reported that like Raptors were a dark horse for LeBron. I was like, get the hell out of here. I swear, if you look, it's like 2018 in that range.
No offense to
I
that
was
horse,
dying,
man. How
man.
dark is that horse, man?
That was a donkey. It was a donkey. It wasn't even a horse. It was a mule.
Holy. All right. Final most interesting player pick. James, who do you have?
All right. Well, on this show, I feel like I must pick Scotty Barnes. I'm
Ah,
very
I like
interested
it.
in him
Like
this
it.
season.
Okay.
Can he after last year? I see no reason why he can't be an all defense guy this year.
Absolutely.
He has that kind of capability. It's just a matter of kind of doing it every night, and the Raptors having an elite defense as a team. But offensively is where I have the questions. I think where most people have the questions. Not about his talent. Like he's a great offensive player individually, but this team looks different now. And his game is going to have to kind of adapt to what the talent that they've put around him. I mean, the Raptors as an organization kind of tore down like one era to build something different around Scotty Barnes, but the team that they have put in place, like just the way that it functions, like it reminds me a little bit of the team that he had around him before they broke it all up. Like when Pascal Siakam was still there, when Fred VanVleet was still there. And I'm not sure how thrilled Scotty Barnes was with his role at that point. Now he is at a different stage in his career now, but I want to see like how he functions with Brandon Ingram. Like, do those two guys get along? And I don't mean get along like, are they making jokes off the court? I mean, like, are they actually accentuating each other's strengths on the floor? Does it work like his sort of partnership with Quickly that like I was super excited about when the Quickly trade happened in the first place? Like, what does that look like? Does RJ Barrett, like people have already been speculating for months about whether or not he still has a future with this team. I think he can. But I'm just interested in Scotty's continued development. He's already been an all-star in the NBA. But I think there are still kind of steps that he can take as an offensive player. And I want to see how he does that in this specific context, because this is a team that is no longer kind of slow playing it on the rebuild. Like they want to take a step forward. They want to be very competitive this year. They're trying to win. And like, it really matters what what they get out of Barnes this year. It's not all on him or anything,
Yeah.
but I just find him really interesting.
No, totally. I think this is a totally valid pick, even if this wasn't a Raptors podcast. I think with Scotty too, it's just like he's been so versatile over the course of his career that his role changes kind of year to year almost.
Yeah.
And this year, I think it's weirdly enough, it's the first time where it kind of cycles back to something close to the majority of the work that he's going to be doing will be similar to kind of what he did in his rookie year, where he kind of like filled in around other guys who were scoring. But also he's more talented and more obviously he's worked for 4 years, so like he's improved since his rookie season, so he obviously has more capability. The other part that's also going to be really interesting is just like last year they used it to like experiment, try to have a whole bunch of different things, like let's get you to launch a bunch of threes, let's get you to break down the defense from off the dribble, let's occasionally put you in the post and like put you in the mid range. I think pretty much the only thing really worked was the mid range. I mean, I think it's like kind of like one of the takeaways from last season was like if we were using last year to experiment, a lot of it didn't really work out offensively. Like he scored on volume, but on like really poor, like Kyle Kuzma level efficiency, which like you would never say to Kyle Kuzma like, yo, let's keep shooting the ball. So I think on that sense, it's like the conclusion of the role that he plays this year is going to be a reflection of like what the team actually feels like he can do at an efficient level scoring wise. But again, like that's where Darko and the rest of the management are going to have to sort of define his role. And hopefully, after 5 years, like you would hope a player's role is pretty defined. Like if you look at the guys in his rookie class, Cade's role, pretty clear. 1A, offensive, guy. Like Franz Wagner, pretty clear, level, like a second option, guy who can sometimes step in for, the first option. Jalen Green, like honestly, just like a empty bench gunner at the moment. Probably, I mean, a starting level gunner, but like it's not that exciting. Jalen Suggs clearly a 3-and-D guy. Like you kind of know like who most of these guys are. And I think there is still a little bit of mystery with Scotty in terms of what he's ultimately going to be. But for my next most interesting player, he's not a player.
Whoa!
But I'm very interested to see his every move this season, and it was only made more interesting based on what he did yesterday. It's Boston Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla. This guy is on a tear. Okay, so if you didn't check it out yesterday, the Celtics do. Yeah, the Celtics do this. Well, actually, a lot of teams in the NBA do this, where they invite the media out for a practice run. I don't exactly know why, but the Raptors, for example, have done it. So, me and Alex have played in the last 2, for example. So all the Celtics media were invited to the Celtics practice facility. And then before the game, I guess Joe Mazzulla gave a press conference. And he's like, surprise, guys, you're not going to be playing against each other. You're going to be playing against the Boston Celtics head coaches. Obviously, with any coaching staff, you're going to have a lot of former players on that staff. And if you imagine the average media member unable to hoop, unable to run up and down the court, just in general, not good at sports, and so classic scenario, the finish, I think the final score was 57-4. And it's led to a lot of discussion online. I think this is just the kind of stuff that we're going to see from Joe Mazzulla all year, man. Like, it's going to be, he's like one of the most competitive people in the NBA, bar none. Almost, I would say, like to an unhealthy degree. But yeah, he's going to be asked this season to kind of punt it a little bit because the Celtics are clearly trying to punt this management-wise. But he is going to be kind of at odds with that because he's just so naturally competitive. So he's just going to be giving crazy quotes, pulling random moves. And ultimately, there's going to be a nice friction there that I want to see play out day after day. So, yeah, and he also loves being Pep Guardiola, which, like, I don't know, man. Pep is also one of the most interesting people in the EPL every year. So I'm going to go with Joe Mazzulla.
Can the Toronto Raptors score more than 4 points? Or Toronto Raptors media, can they score more than 4 points on the Raptors coaching staff?
Yes, I think. Well, I saw yesterday. Esfandiar Berahini said on Twitter that the media could beat the coaches. And
What?
And I'm like, you gotta chill.
Okay, buddy.
Listen,
okay.
Will will drop a
Okay.
3. Will drop a 3. Jerome will drop a 3. Savannah will get something in the low post, and I'm gonna do a Kareem skyhook over over Ivo Simovic.
Air Curry. Oh, Evo
Over
Simovic.
Ivo
Hit the too little on Evo.
Oh yeah, I'm coming for you, bro. So I think we could get to 10 points against the
10.
Raptors coaches.
Well, we don't have former NBA players on the roster on the coaching.
We have
roster
some
the way
college
others
athletes,
do.
though.
We have college athletes.
Batiste, Isn't like Mike Batiste on the coaching staff?
He is, yeah, he is.
Dude, he'll
Talking about this guy
light
like
you
he's
guys up.
Batista, man. Oh, he'll light us up. No, we'll never defend them. No,
They also
there's
have
no doubt.
Mario
It's just a-
Jonde, who was
Yep.
part of the inaugural WNBA season. Like they
Yep.
have players.
Yeah. No, I'm
We
not
aren't
saying
winning,
we
but I think
do
we could
well.
score more than 4.
The question was whether we would score 10 points, which in a 48-minute game, I don't know.
Anyways,
At
I
this rate, you're
suggest
gonna find out. Like Raptors PR, I assume is going to hear this.
I have broached
You know what?
the
My
idea
hot-
with Jennifer Quinn at Raptors PR, and I've offered to organize this event. So.
My hot
Okay.
take is this shit kind of lame, man. This shit kind of lame. No,
Why?
for real.
You know, they
No,
should
it's
take
lame.
it. You know,
Oh, wow. People who play basketball all day, every day are better than people who report on basketball and who are usually older. Like, it's just another chance for people in the media to get dunked on, literally in this case. So,
No, that's
I
fine.
agree with you. But you were using it to hype up Missoula as interesting. But
oh
not-
yeah. No, it's interesting because it's not me playing in the game. and
well,
getting
since
embarrassed.
it's like a lost season for like the Celtics, I think they should take it a step further. And it's like, because like, oh, they invited media to step on their court.
Right.
Like they should flip the script. I think for one game, the Celtics media should coach, and Missoula and the staff should cover the game, and be media.
Oh.
like
Yeah.
Joe Mazzulla
Right,
should
right.
be Jay King, and he has to like file an article on the Athletic and stuff. You know.
We've
I
seen
kinda
Missoula
like that.
scouting reports already. So
I kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they gotta flip the script. So
Right.
what up, Jerome?
No, I just came to join for like this segment of the conversation. Yeah, Will, it's probably better that you don't do this because you're gonna lose your credential playing against.
Oh yeah. Noah Lewis, buddy. I'm taking you out, buddy. I'm taking you out, Draymond style. You know my favorite player is Draymond Green, so you know.
Yeah.
Well, the I think the thing too is like if this happens, they need to set up a proper like dedicated live stream. Like I would love for Devlin.
This is the other thing. They also
know.
live stream the whole thing. All right,
no, but
cool.
Did
What I
they
want-
live stream the whole thing?
No,
Oh,
like a
good.
lot. There's like a full on like broadcast camera. Like not even people with their phones being like, here's a little clip. Like,
Right.
I'm like, all right,
Well,
cool. So we've literally set these people up to get dunked on online. Cool,
No, I
great.
want Devlin and like Alvin to be on the call. Like there should be a whole production.
We need Alvin on the media team,
yeah,
man.
you gotta
Yeah,
have
we
Alvin
can
as
get
your
people
ringer.
like. Can't we get Matt Bonner? Can't we get Alvin Williams?
Oh.
Can't
And
we
this
get-
is the other part that I think is lame because for the Celtics, like, obviously they have Brian Scalabrine. Like I feel like Scalabrine would have scored more than 4 points on his own, but they're like, oh no, Scal can't play in this game. Let's just make it as like let's just dunk on the media as hard as possible by not even letting them have the best media players on their team. Like get out of here, bro.
James, the guys know this story, but when I was working with the Athletic and covering the NBA Finals, when it was the Denver Nuggets versus the Heat in Miami, they organized a media run, just for like any media that was out there to like just do like a pickup run, and Jamal Crawford joined that run.
course he did.
Of course he
There you
did,
go.
and he cooked everyone. He also set up an iPad to film the whole thing, which I don't know why you're reviewing that game tape, but that's cool. But
fair.
all that said is just like if we are doing properly media versus like I know it's like all the media like Raptors Republic folks like people us talking here are talking
Oh,
about joining it, but,
nobody's
like,
good at basketball. Like I want to be 100% clear. I've played with all these people now. None of them
No.
are like good enough to even be assistant coach level at basketball.
The fact that I think I'm pretty good for a Raptors media player means that we're not very good as Raptors
Yeah.
media. Yeah. But no, all that said, if we're saying media, that should factor in that we can get some former, like, if Vince
but that's the-
Carter
see,
Vince
the
Carter
thing-
joins like 3 broadcasts a season, does it make him eligible
Yeah,
to join our team?
he'll probably quit by
the
the second
point of
quarter,
this-
so we don't need that.
That was just
He's
for Alex.
demanding a
That was just for
trade.
Alex.
No,
He's like, I want to be traded to the Brooklyn Nets coaching staff.
not Jumper's knee again. Yeah,
Boy.
Oh my
that.
god.
we don't need that.
What
If
is
Kyle,
Jumper's
if
knee
Kyle
anyway?
Lowry
Like, I
comes
don't
and
even-
joins like a broadcast, if Danny Green comes, he was invited back. Can we
Yeah,
get
well,
Danny Green on the show?
Danny
See, that'd
Green's
be
like
fine,
doing
but-
Lakers broadcast now.
Yeah.
He's
Kyle
leveled
Lowry
up.
is still a
The-
player.
Oh yeah,
He's
that's
also
right.
a
Technically-
I guess so.
Can we get Garrett Temple, man? Come on, man. Actually, I guess they would get Garrett because he's basically a coach.
Kyle
They
would
were
definitely play in that game on the day of like a Raptors Sixers game.
Oh, if Kyle
He
Lowry
would
can play
100%
against,
do it.
if that's the thing, if Kyle Lowry can play against Josh Lumberg,
it would be
he'd
the
be going back to
ultimate-
dunking like he was
Oh
back
my
in
God.
Houston, man.
It would be the ultimate Colin bench because it's just like the worst. Yeah.
Yo, I love
He'd
J.
be throwing
Lou,
down
but-
windmills.
Yeah, I love
on
J. Lou,
Michael
but
Grange.
I would love for J. Lou to catch like a Frederick Weiss dunk.
Oh god.
That would be insane.
No, not the poor guy.
All
Anyway.
right.
All right.
My last pick is Red Panda. Get well soon. She's back. All right.
Oh, sick. I like
yeah.
that.
Nice.
All right. Last segment. So yes, as we mentioned, James is the king of the Who He Play For, which another segment we stole from another property, of course, inside
That's
the
fine.
NBA.
I mean, he's outside the NBA. It's perfect.
Yeah, he's outside the NBA. But we already wasted our Who He Play For segment on Monday. And James, we're flipping the script. You are the contestant this time, and I've come up with 10 coaches. Many of them are former players. Actually, I think all of them are former players.
That's the theme.
And
Yeah.
you have to guess
This is
who
gonna
they
be
coach
tough.
for. You may ask for hints. Carried over from the basketball reference game, the race card. Actually, you don't need the race card. You know who the person is. Never mind. No hints. Here we go. First coach from Who He Coached For, your boy Gennaro Pargo.
Oh man.
I think I might know this one. I think, though.
You guys can work together. I mean, I will say he previously worked for the Windy City Bulls
Okay.
as an assistant, and then was on
don't
Terry
think it's-
Stotts' staff from 2019 to 2021 on the Blazers.
Okay.
But since 2021, he
I
has
actually
been
know-
with this organization.
Oh, I know who. Oh, you know what? I think I
think
do.
you know?
Damn.
You can call in Will to make the pick. Yeah.
No. This is. I mean, you can, but I mean, James, this is obviously you're on this spot. I'm just your assistant.
I mean, I
Consigliere.
don't like immediately know it. I'll guess Indiana.
You got it!
I
Oh
was
my
gonna say,
god, how did you
Indiana,
get it?
Yes, yeah, let's
Yo,
go.
please tell me the thought process of guessing Indiana.
I've seen him work out with
I
the
could
Pacers,
just picture
man.
him in a Pacers like
Yeah.
warm-up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That it really didn't go
Yo,
any
you
deeper
thought
than
you would
that.
get us, man? Yo, we're longtime certified NBA reporters, bro. Like, you don't think we know who he coached for?
Fuck, I'm
Let's go,
fucking
man. Gennaro
rattled.
Pargo. Let's go.
I'm
Yes, the
rattled.
fact that we both got it too
Yes.
is so good.
All right, I'm switching.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
switching up the order. I'm switching up the order here, Jerome.
Okay, now you want to get us.
Nate Mitchell.
Order gonna like
Oh, man.
Nathaniel Mitchell.
Yeah.
He coaches in China, bro.
You're not
He's
supposed to
coaching the
tell
Long
him
Lions.
You're not
I'll
supposed to-
go with. I'll call it. I'll go with. The
No,
Long
he got it. The Guangzhou Long Lions.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yo, you're not allowed to play. Yeah.
Yo, I'm too good at because
Yo, this guy's a human race card, man. He called in the China pick. That's so not fair, man.
actually talked to Nate Mitchell at Summer League, so I
This is-
knew where he was going.
this is
Also,
what-
Jeremy's like
Yeah,
our
Mainlander.
mutual friend
Mainlander's like,
Jeremy.
yeah, Nate Mitchell's
He's pretty
like
close
best
to
friend.
Nate. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, what the hell? This was supposed to be James's most embarrassing 10 minutes of his career.
James, would you have gotten the Guangzhou Long Lions?
No, I would not.
Oh, okay.
I was literally
All right,
like,
I'll step
I was
back,
like,
I'll
I
step
don't
back,
think
I'll
he's
step
with an NBA team. Was what I thought, but
Nice.
I
nice.
and I was
All
right. I
James
guess.
is
but,
James is on his own for these. Next up, Wayne Ellington.
Miami.
What the hell, man?
What? The Heat have like a whole bunch of their own players.
All right, Epke Udo.
Oh, that's easy. I am the Epe Udo guy. He's with his buddy Quinn in Atlanta.
Oh my
Come
god,
on.
this guy is sweeping who he coached for.
He's with his buddy Quinn is nuts.
I was
Yeah.
This
gonna
guy
give
knows
you.
who Ekme Udo's his friends with.
I was gonna give you guys I've never heard of, like Dan Brooks and stuff. Man. I was
No,
honestly
no,
getting
no.
Yeah,
easy on
I
you.
wouldn't get that
No.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay, Jared Dudley.
Oh yes.
Did he? I think he changed teams.
He just changed
say.
teams.
Can't say.
Oh.
Never know. You never know. It's
No,
a
he
tough
did
job
change
market out here.
teams. He
He
did
changed
change
teams.
teams because he was with Dallas with Kidd, but he left. Where the hell did he go?
You have to go perfect
I
or
think
you
I s-
lose.
I swear I saw him courtside. They were doing a pregame segment where they were talking about what he's the new defensive coordinator for this
Oh
team.
my god, this is gonna drive me crazy. Where
Yeah.
did he go?
Okay. Which preseason games have I watched?
By the way, don't look at chat. Don't look at
In
chat.
the chat?
Oh.
Yeah, don't look at chat.
Okay, I won't. But
Yeah.
why would you?
Someone in the chat said it. Yeah.
Crap.
You know what? I do remember who this is. But
Well,
I'm not
you
gonna
gotta
tell
let
you.
James.
You're
you
not
gotta
gonna
let
do
James.
Yeah, James, you got this, bro. You got this.
I don't think I do.
Come on, throw a pick out there.
You can ask for hints. You can ask for
I'm
hints.
gonna go with a team that hired a bunch of new guys. No, I don't. No, never mind. He's not. It's not there. I don't know.
Shot clock violation.
Crap.
He's just like
Throw
I
the
don't care.
team.
I don't think it's here, but Phoenix.
Denver.
No, it fits
Denver,
the
yeah.
theme of the episode.
I knew it was. Yeah.
Denver
I
Yes,
didn't know he
Nuggets!
was with Denver. I forgot. Yeah.
Alex is so happy that James got one wrong.
Celebrating my friend's downfall.
I knew it was Denver. I knew
James
team
lose.
I knew it was a team that had a new coach that was like filling out his
Yes.
staff. That's why I went with Phoenix. But I knew it wasn't Phoenix because there's another guy that's
Yeah.
in Phoenix that is like Jared Dudley.
I love how seriously you're taking this. I actually love it. Eric Maynor.
Oh my god.
Thunder.
Bro.
Yeah, damn it, man. I
on.
thought you
These
were
are
gonna
easy.
be
He's only
like,
ever played for the Thunder. Like,
yeah, I thought it was too obvious, and you might have swerved and picked something else. Rod Strickland.
I didn't know he was in the league.
Rod Strickland. I guess he's
Yeah.
coaching in like Australia or something.
I never said NBA. I never
Yeah,
said
that's why I'm
NBA.
saying,
I
I
said
don't know.
basketball coaches. Yeah.
Right.
So am I
yeah. 'Cause
right?
I have
Is
not
it-
seen Rod Strickland. in a
He's
minute.
not in the NBA. That is the hint. Yeah.
Well, I
Can you
guess
give us
Australia.
the continent that he's playing on, man?
He's playing. He's in America. Yeah.
Oh,
He's very close to you, James. Yeah.
Oh, is he posting in college?
What
or
is-
something?
You
he
could
with,
probably
like,
take the subway
is
there
he with
to
like
see him.
Oh, so is he with the Long Island Nets?
No, you're so close. Long Island University. How did you? Yo, I'm gonna give it to you because you said Long Island. I'm gonna give it to you. How did you hit Long Island? Man?
Well, you said the
I thought-
subway.
I thought this
I
guy
was
was
like,
gonna be
well,
like.
it's not gonna.
I thought it was gonna be like the Bedford
Westchester.
Stuyvesant Badgers.
I
Yo.
should probably like I can actually walk to like LIU. Like I don't have to take the subway. Like
Yeah, I know you're
Ooh.
close. I know
Yeah.
you're close. Oh my god, man, you're
Yo.
killing me right now. Yo, this is turning into a career highlight.
Well, I didn't
for
really
you.
get it right. I said
No,
Long
you got
Island
it.
Nets.
Long Island is enough. Long Island
No,
is enough.
you got
man.
Long Island. It's pretty good, man.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like I got it right.
All right, this one's just stupid. Reggie Theus.
Come on, man.
It's not the NBA. It's
No,
not the
I felt
NBA.
I felt terrible even putting this on here. It's so stupid. It's not
I
even
went
good
and looked
talk.
up the team that he coached on the show Hang Time.
I mean, would that work? I don't remember the name of that team.
Yeah,
I
he,
just watched it.
Does the
that
Big
team was
Three
the
have head
Atlanta
coaches?
City Seagulls.
There you go.
What?
He's currently
I
at
bet he's coaching like the Philippines or something.
he's currently at Bethune-Cookman University, head coach in Daytona
Come on,
Beach,
man.
Florida. Yeah, that one was dumb.
Good for him.
we're
No,
Alex,
actually
at
gonna-
this point, you're
I'm
just
glad
like
he's-
asking, like, "Hey, what job does this guy have?"
yeah.
No,
But
no,
he's
we're-
doing that for the love of the game, though. So
Love
like,
of the
shout out to
game.
Reggie
Yeah, for
Theus.
sure.
Love the game. Yeah.
No, we're
Thank you,
striking.
Alex.
We're striking Reggie Theus. James still only has one wrong. Two more here. I think three-time Bucks interim head coach Joe Prunty.
It's gotta be a trick question.
Portland.
Is that your
No?
final?
Yeah, I don't know. That Portland seems right to me, but it could.
Orlando
maybe not.
Magic.
Ah,
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I should have known that.
There's no way he left Milwaukee, man. This guy genuinely was always the interim every time Milwaukee fired a head coach.
Yo, they had
With,
to
like,
pay-
After Jason Kidd,
Totally different.
after AJ
staffs,
Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was gonna take over for after Doc Rivers, man. Unbelievable.
Oh
I should have
man.
known Orlando.
Finally, we have James Posey.
No way.
Big P.
Wow. I have no idea. haven't seen James
Why
Posey in a
would
minute.
you
man.
have
He's
any
been on some different staffs.
He has.
Yo,
okay.
man. This guy talking Gandalf right now.
I'm probably gonna get this wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's the game.
New Orleans. New Orleans.
Portland.
Portland. I just said Portland. Damn it.
Yeah. No, this was an incredibly impressive performance.
Honestly,
I have to say.
This is
Like-
insane.
Like
Yeah.
no one's walking into who he coached for and getting like two.
Look at Gennaro Pargo. Yeah, was he the head coach in Summer
There he
League?
is.
Yeah, I remember seeing this guy.
There
yeah,
we go.
There he is.
There we go.
Yo.
Yeah, so
I was
so
not
there we
confident
go.
in the Pargo one,
No.
so I'm happy
Yeah,
that worked out.
so that is the first annual who he coached for. We'll bring it back next year. Once,
Super impressive.
Once the coaches shuffle.
Y'all should all
around.
go read my Epé Udo feature from when he played for the Utah Jazz. You can just
No, you
search
should
Epé
you should
Udo
read
CBS
all of
Sports,
You should
James
read
Harden.
all of James's work at CBS Sports. You know, he's a
Absolutely.
last of a dying breed. You know, doing proper reporting, writing detailed profiles of like
Right.
players, coaches, and things like that. He knows his coaches. You know that. So
He comes up
sure
to Toronto a decent amount too. Like,
Yeah,
I
comes
feel like
up
you
to
guys,
Toronto.
you've probably written about more Raptors than any other team. I feel like.
Yeah, because Phil
You always
Summers
got-
likes him. Yeah.
I've written a lot of Raptors over the years.
shout out to
I'm really
Phil,
interested in this
Shouts to
year's
Phil.
team, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should come watch them.
You should write a feature
I'll be
on
there.
Jamal
I'll
Shed,
be there at some
man.
point.
He's got such an interesting story.
That would be fun.
There
No,
you go.
do one on Sandro Mamashkashvili.
That's also pretty good.
fun. Also fun.
Did you know he lived in Italy for a while? That's why he speaks Italian.
There you
He
go.
also speaks
word?
Russian, Georgian, English, obviously. He
Uh,
played with RJ and Montverde.
okay. Anyways,
Nice.
yeah. What else we got? James's thoughts on any thoughts on Ryan Russillo leaving the Ringer and taking nephew Kyle and Cerruti with him?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Alex, as a dedicated, diehard Simmons pod listener?
Have you subscribed
I'll-
to the new feed, Alex?
No. I've never really listened to a lot of Russillo solo stuff. I know he has a big following, so you know,
Right.
best of luck to him. But yeah, no, Simmons. Simmons lost. I feel like Simmons lost a good partner. You know, I used to enjoy their Sunday night pods and things like that. But you know, yeah, I guess everybody moves on at some point. So, yeah, Zach, if you want to come on the pod, man, let us help you. We're happy to help. Man.
Let us help. That's good.
All right, that's it. Follow James's work. We'll be back on Friday. The NBA six pack is returning, so we'll have some fun on Friday. Will's got you tonight. Raptors, Celtics.
For the
Make sure
second
you-
time, man.
make
Can
sure you tune
Can you
in.
believe it?
Make sure you tune in for the post game. Yeah, and that's it, man.
That's it. Go Blue Jays.
Thanks for having
okay.
me.
Let's pull it back. James Herbert, appreciate you so much. Alex Wong, thanks for setting up a banger episode as always. And we'll catch you on Friday.